What is up, guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you a few hidden gem countries that produce really good new gen players. And the first nation that I want to go to is Angola. So this nation produces pretty decent youth players if you have it loaded. If you don't know how to load those players, watch my last video. But look at these facilities from those teams. And for example, this guy is 23 years old and still playing in Angola. I think he can be a pretty decent player. And they're all really cheap. So under a million. All of them are under a million. And this is actually a pretty expensive one for Angolan standards as well. So if you go to the national team, you can see here Benny Francisco. He is a substitute goalkeeper for the national team. He's 21 years old. And he actually looks really decent. Don't look at the star ratings for me, because I am playing in a save that has won the Champions League, and a 3-star potential ability is for me a Wonderkid. So don't read too much into these stars, but if you look pure at his stats, you can see what I mean when I say Angola is a hidden gem country for good players. Secondly, I want to go to North America. And there are actually 3 countries that are really cheap and produce really good players. The first one is Costa Rica. Maybe the most famous one. But as you can see, a 19-year-old here is playing in a national league. In a national team, I mean. And he can definitely be a really good player. Here there are a lot of players that are just young and are now, for example, playing for Nice. And yeah, Costa Rica, pretty cheap. If you want to buy this guy, 1 million. So it's in about 1 million, but then you have a really good player on your hands. The second nation is Honduras in North America. It's almost the same, almost at the same level for me. These players are all playing in their own national division, playing still in their own league. And if you want to buy this guy, for example, 130k. If you go then to the under-23s, this guy, he looks really decent. He can even pick him up on a free. So Honduras, the third nation that I would really recommend for picking up good new gens. And then the fourth nation, as well in North America, is El Salvador. This one as well, you can see here the key player is this guy, 19 years old and is still playing in their league. 22 goals and 27 caps. I might even have a look at him myself. So if you look here, you can see a lot of young players playing international squads, and they're really cheap to pick up. This guy, I think, on a free, yeah. But for example, if you go here, how much is this guy? A million, around a million. So this is the fourth nation that produces really good players and really is a hidden gem for cheap new gens. Then in Asia we have a few countries which are actually pretty good. Iran, of course, but I don't think this one counts because this is a pretty well-known nation, so I go for Thailand. Thailand has really good talent in Football Manager. For example, this guy plays at FC Köln. I started at FC Köln as well. But this guy, maybe, yeah, he started in Thailand and he went now to Fiorentina for 36 million. So Thailand really produces great players. This one as well. And they're pretty cheap to pick up. So if you go here, you see this guy, and you try to buy him. He's 1 million, in and around 1 million. So Thailand is again a really good option to get some cheap players. From Asia, for this example. The second nation in Asia that I really like is Oman. Maybe in my save right now there aren't any world-class players coming from here, but they are pretty decent and really cheap to pick up, and a really underrated nation. If you go to the under-23s, for example, this guy, he's 17. He has a spot on the team. He's played a lot of games for his own squad already. Maybe he can develop into something in the future. So Oman is a really good nation as well to pick up hidden gem new gens. And then finally we have one country in Europe that is a little bit of a hidden gem. All of the other countries of course develop good players as well, good new gens as well, but they are not hidden gems countries. So Georgia, that is a hidden gem country because not many people buy players from this league. But if you go here, you can see they all playing in their own divisions still. This guy is the best player from their national division. He's still playing here, and you can pick him up for 1 million. The best player from the whole of the country, I can assure you that he can do a job, for example, in the Premier League. So this is a country that produces a lot of players with a good current ability and potential ability, really. And this is just something that I really recommend. The only downside to this nation, of course, is that it's not part of the EU. But if you are in a top division, that doesn't really matter. You can just loan the player out and hopefully get a work permit that way, or loan him out and then sell him on for a bigger profit in the future. So these were my picks for a few of the hidden gem countries that produce good new gens. I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you in the next video.